Hey guys and girls, this is Mona from BBN Salema Blue Blues Note. I welcome you back to a new episode of our podcast Art Beat, the podcast for real musicians which got real stories to tell and with a little hint of art. Naisha and me, we are very excited to welcome you here, Seaside, and that we just have a great, joyful soul sound, seaside time, however you want to call it. So, but now I want to welcome you, and you can see I'm very excited. I welcome a very amazing guitarist and talent from a country, which means in translation, if that is correct, I have to look. The River of the Painted Birds. So
yeah.
So
very good.
Well, and actually this description couldn't be any better for this guest. So please welcome with me a very musical, colorful bird from Uruguay called Pablo San Martin. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So thank you very much for being our guest, and that our viewers already get a little taste of what I'm talking about and why I said we have to interview this guy. So maybe you would like to play one of the songs you did prepare, where even I don't know what kind of songs are those. I only know it's a mix of English and Spanish. So, and may you would like to tell us why you did choose those songs? May they got any meaning for you?
Yeah, I have I sing lots of songs, but I studied in an American school here in Uruguay, so English is kind of important to me, and it's like one of my main languages. So I really listen lots of music in English. So that's pretty much it. I just feel like identified with it, and in Spanish because it's my main language. So it's like I like doing a little mix of both, you know. So that's pretty much pretty much it. Yeah, I love English. So I'm gonna start with one in Spanish, just so because we're in Uruguay, so and then we're gonna continue with one in English. So this is called called Mujer Amante. It's from an Argentinian band called Rata Blanca. I was born actually in Argentina, so I came to live when I was really little to Uruguay, and then I continued here. So I have a big influence on Argentinian rock as well. So there it goes. Siento el calor de toda tu piel en mi cuerpo otra vez. Estrella fugaz enciende mi ser, misteriosa mujer, y con tu amor sensual, cuánto me das. Haz que mi sueño sea una verdad. Dame tu alma hoy, haz el ritual. Llévame a un mundo donde pueda soñar. Debo saber si en verdad en algún lado estás. Voy a buscar una señal, una canción. Debo saber si en verdad en algún lado estás. Solo el amor que tú me das te ayudará. Al amanecer, tu imagen se va, misteriosa mujer. Dejaste en mí lujuria total, hermosa y sensual. Corazón sin Dios, dame un lugar por aquel camino por el que vas. Debe tu alma hoy hacer ritual. Llévame un mundo donde me pueda soñar. Debo saber si en verdad en algún lado estás. Solo el amor que tú me das te ayudará. Debo saber si en verdad en algún lado estás. Solo el amor que tú me das te ayudará.
Thank you very much. So for the ones which doesn't speak Spanish, I guess I did understood quite most, as I live in Portugal, so when there are some things similar. So with some short or long story short, could you say what is the meaning of that song?
It's lover woman. It would be the translation. It's just a guy that's in love. Pretty much, yeah. It's like she's always going away, and he's always like looking for her. So yeah, he's pretty much into that particular lady. So yeah, lover
nice.
woman.
Nice. I think
Yeah.
it did sound quite longing. So so apart from the things you are doing and your great talent, of course, I'm going to ask you, as the most of the people, first step, how was that to play next to the vocalist from AC/DC? How was that experience for you?
Well, that was one of the best experiences I've ever lived. We used to have had a couple of bands here in Uruguay. We played pretty much rock and blues and Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, and then we did like a tribute to AC/DC, and this singer, he's called Dave Evans. Yeah. He was the first singer, and I think he listened to it, and he wanted us as a backup band, and that's how it happened. And yeah, I met him. He was a really cool guy. Really, like he had some beautiful stories with Angus Young. That's like my hero, and and yeah, just amazing. A lot of history over there. So it was really nice.
How long did you play with him?
No, it was just this gig. Like he came to Uruguay. He did like a South American tour, and he played in Argentina like 14 gigs. Then he went to Brazil when he was doing like 20 or something like that. And in Uruguay, he just did one, and that was the one that he was with us. So.
Wow. Yeah, but it also tells a lot about him, in my view, that he's still a real heart-leaded musician, that he listens to something and say, hey, man. Yeah, so...
very humble, and as I said, I sat a long time with him. Like we drank some whiskey and just talked a little bit. And he was a really, really cool guy. And
Yeah.
what I remember the most was like he had this big smile on him, like big smile. Always like I just couldn't even do that. And he was, you always have to smile. Like rock is not about like angry faces or whatever. He was always like, you know, and even when people are not happy with you, you just have to smile. And he went like with a big smile like he had, and he was very funny, very
Yeah,
funny.
that's kind of funny what people think or implement in kind of don't even know the right word, like an image they got from you by names or what you are doing. That's very, very nice to hear that there are still people out there, or big or well-known musicians out there. They are still humble. That's very nice to hear. And so may you want to tell us how you became such a great guitarist yourself and how your ways was?
I just love the blues. I love music. I remember I started playing like 14, when I was 14 or 15 years old, and I was really into Guns N' Roses. They were like, I was amazed by Slash.
I'm still.
So I actually got like the same guitar he has, and got a couple of them. So this one's actually the color he uses. The models. Uh, I had some friends that were already playing, and I just asked for a guitar, and as soon as I got it, it was like I slept with the guitar. I was like in love with the instrument. So I really slept with the guitar, and it was like I just loved it so much.
If I understood everything well, you was born and you did raise up in Argentina. I by this modern social media, whatever, I know that you have a follower which I follow from Argentina, which is called Diego Mastro Stefano. I don't know if you're
Yeah,
friend with him.
I went with I had a singing class with him a lot of years ago. He's a really cool guy, really cool guy. He's a great teacher as well.
Yeah, world is very small because actually a friend of him, which did raise up with him, is living very close to me here in Zagreb. And well, he does very different kind of music, but really in very Latin and so on. But really, wow! Also, as well, I must say. So, why did you move to the country of called the river of the painted birds? That was
because it's really right next to each other, the countries, so it's really near. And when my parents split, like I came to Uruguay with my mom. Went to live to a place called Punta del Este, which is where I live now. It's a beautiful beach place, and I really love it. And then I went to school in Montevideo, which is the main place in Uruguay. So after lots of years, I just came back to Punta del Este. It's like I don't know. I just fell in love with the place as well, and here I am.
Very interesting to me by the energy. I must say, even more than some other countries in South America. There's, I don't know, very difficult to say, but yeah, something to do with old knowledge, soul stuff, and so on. Yeah, it looks pretty much interesting to me.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's really nice energy as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this I mean, I wasn't never there, but if you watch movies and documentaries and so on, looks a bit more like that. There are people over there are more connected to this kind of old knowledge and nature and understanding about that as maybe in this Western world here. Yeah.
Because it's not like the main city like Montevideo, you know, where
Mm.
it's really crowded. So um, when you choose to go to Punta del Este, is because you really like it, and because you like the beach, for example. I needed the connection with the water, so I needed to be next to the sea,
Same,
for example.
same,
You know,
same here. I have
so
1 minute around the corner, and um, eh, when I have friends here or family or whatever, they they ask me all the time, "Do you never have the wish to go somewhere else?" I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I don't have that wish.
yeah,
So and they want to drive all the time around also now and then we go there and we do okay. Okay, I do that, yeah, in favor of them, but honestly for me, I don't need it. So it's you did see it on my photos as well. I got a new dog. Unfortunately, my old dog died, and but that's it, and that's enough for me. And I have been happy with that house, beach. So that's cool.
it's yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I recently listened to this interview of Paco de Lucia,
Mhm.
who's a big influence. I don't actually play flamenco as well, but I just love the music, and I admire them so much. And he talked about the sea, like he said, like people that live in the sea have a different face. Like he was amazed by the sea, you know, and the energy and everything. So it's yeah, it's beautiful. It's unexplainable.
It's difficult to describe, and this is something I believe where you can understand each other without words, because especially the time of Corona, when
Yeah.
I went to the beach, we are one of the last real fishing man villages here at the Algarve. There are unfortunately not many anymore, but here there are some. And yeah, the people which went the time to the beach was me and the fishermen. There was a kind of unspoken communication between me and them, and I know them and they like me. I live here quite some years, but this change, you could see that mind wise something was different. I mean, I was the only woman alone every day for hours and hours on the beach doing my stuff there, and yeah, this is a nice way also. Yeah, she makes something with people. Surely, I believe in that. So how is you did mention that in one of our conversations, point number one, COVID in the world, influence on musicians. Does COVID have any influence on your daily life, being and having jobs and having an outcome as a musician over there or not?
COVID is I think it's pretty good here. It's never good. It's never a good thing, but um, I don't think we're feeling it that much here in at least in Punta del Este. You know, I think people take care a lot, and I think the president as well. He was pretty intelligent about it, and he took like safety measures at the time, so
Mhm.
it didn't it, it didn't expand as much, you know, like Argentina or Brazil
Yeah,
or
yeah.
every country around us is infected, and we're pretty good. It doesn't mean it's not here. I think it's here, but like we said today, living by the beach, it gives you another like another feeling, you know. I don't really think about it that much, you know, like energy wise. So if you, yeah, if your head, like, I think it's a mental thing as well, you know, and it's kind of like a fear thing. So if you're afraid
Absolutely,
of it, that's a
absolutely.
bad thing. And I
Yeah.
don't live with fear. So
Me also not. I mean, or not
maybe
anymore.
tomorrow I'm getting it, but just because of what I'm saying, but I think it's pretty much a fear thing, you know. And they got
Yeah,
us like controlled by fear, and I don't think it's good.
No, it's not, and uh, I share this opinion absolutely, and I can see this also on people which are coming here, or I have phone calls with Germany and so on. And yeah, I feel that is, yes, not a good thing to say it with nice words, to work with the fear from people, and unfortunately, it's working out. And yes, I am in that situation that I'm really carefree. So anyway, I think by nature, by character, because I live today, not tomorrow. I have no influence on what is going on tomorrow. So, and I think in the end, we only do regret what we didn't dare or we didn't did. So I believe. So, but yes, I also have this comment. You are living in your blue bubble. In the end of Europe, you have easy talking, and yeah, somehow that's true. But you know, I don't even want to excuse myself, but I bring myself here and I made myself my life up here. So I think that's also a thing. Everybody is responsible for himself and his own feelings and her own happiness as well, you know? So that's what I try to do, because I think it's much better and more intelligent to look what you got. And mostly it's quite cool and great, all right, just right now. And at least right now, for me, it is to talk with you. And later
Yeah,
to go again to the beach with my dog, and all cool. So all fine. So,
yeah.
yep.
Sometimes the more you know, the worse, you know. So you just have to relax and just take care, and I think this shall pass.
Yeah, and just, you know, just say yes. I mean, that's easy to say. Maybe it's also a question of the age. I'm not 20 anymore, as everybody can see. So I think age is also kind of blessing to take things more easy, because you understood. It's you do harm to yourself if you all the time your brain about things you have no influence on. So uh, I just don't do this anymore, or very rarely. Yeah, and life is now, and now is good. And now I would love to hear the next song.
I was gonna do one in English, but since we we were talking about Spanish, maybe I'm gonna pick this one from Fabiana Cantilo. She's called. So it's called Nada para siempre. It like nothing is forever. So there it goes. Sin querer te lastimé, sin querer te abandoné. Vos sabés que yo no sé cuidarte de mi amor. Necesito tu perdón, necesito verte hoy. Solo sé que yo no sé cuidarte de mi amor. Si al final siempre el tiempo se va cuando caen los días. Si al final abrazarse al dolor no nos deja brillar. Dime qué será de los dos cuando pase la vida. Algo ocurrirá, tengo la sensación, una carta guardada, un buen signo de sol. Que nada es para siempre, nada es para siempre. No me digas, mi amor, que te falta valor, porque nada es para siempre. Si pudiéramos hablar que yo no sé cuidarte de mi amor. Y el azar nos permite cambiar nuestro cierto destino. El temor no nos puede vencer. Dime qué será de los dos cuando pase la vida. Algo ocurrirá, tengo la sensación, una carta marcada, un buen signo de sol. Que nada es para siempre, nada es para siempre. No me digas, mi amor, que te falta valor, porque nada es para siempre. Nada es para siempre. Nada es para siempre. No me digas, mi amor, porque nada es para siempre.
Thank you very much. So I guess sometimes it's good not to understand Spanish because just by just by sound, you know
That happened in the States when I was in United States. I did the opposite thing I do here. I sang in Spanish, so nobody would understand. And it gives you a different perspective of the melody and the music, you know. Maybe you don't understand it, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's really nice.
Yeah, something like that. If you could have the possibility, as the great musician you are, and I'm not talking only about young people which are into getting a musician, but do you get any kind of maybe not mission, but I mean, with me it's like that in the art. My intention is to share, to share joy of life and to make people understand that what we talked about before, the life is now. So why are you a musician? What is your intention? If you could have the possibility now 1 minute to say, give a message to the world, what would you say?
From being a musician, why be a musician?
Why? What you try to transmit with your music? Basically, that's the question.
Mostly feelings, and I think music is like this universal language. Like I told, you know, you can understand without even understanding the language, and you can give lots of messages by music, you know, and basically I think music will save the world. So that's pretty much my message. Yeah.
Big words, and I feel that that's true. That's actually very, very
you
true.
use it correctly, and you, I don't know, you can reach lots of people and give a message that like you can't do in another way, maybe. So it's really nice if we could use our energy and in doing that, it would be a better world, I think.
And if we do it together, you know, I mean, even if I always say you have to take self-responsibility for yourself, that's true, because I believe that what you don't feel for yourself and what you are not aware about for yourself, you're not able to share. But if so, to share this is somehow, I think, what it is about, and yeah, maybe also sometimes to take someone else, even in not in the meaning of wording and doing physically, but soul-wise, take someone else by their hands and give a little hope and Actually, to be honest, it was one of the intentions I did have when I was sitting on the beach and made these first videos, and I had quite a positive response from musicians which did sit at home and didn't have jobs and no income and I don't know what all, to say, hey, there's someone out listen to my music and saying, hey, that's cool what you do, and even doing a seaside video. So I love that idea of being a bit of hope uni or something like that. So,
Yeah,
and I feel somehow if there's a job to do for musicians, it's maybe something like that, spraying hope. Also,
totally. Yeah. You have to be very sensitive to be a musician as well. So it's a big job, and yeah, we need to spread all this to the world, and with the tools we have today, like what we're doing right now, we couldn't have done this and like back in the day.
yeah,
So it's really amazing, you know, like uh, it's amazing what you're doing as well. So thank you,
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, that is very interesting as we live in this modern world of measurements by
Yeah,
social media and so on. And yeah, I hear that again and again. What you do to grow and get big and successful, and that's funny to me somehow because that is not the intention. And honestly, I pay a lot of attention to it that I'm not coming into that situation. So sadly, sometimes I have conversations with musicians. I thought, oh, who was that? As well. And then I think, what? What? No, no, no. That is not a way I want to go. So this is just a nice extra. And I mean, if there should grow something up from that, fantastic. But
yeah.
it should happen just out of its own. So yeah. So and
Should have
otherwise,
one.
it should come out of its own in a natural way. Just happen out of itself, and not by collecting, I don't know, like views or whatever, and that kind of stuff, because that's not the way I see the world uh, in anything, or in true meaning of love, at least how my definition is of love, all that kind of stuff. And it's nothing you can produce and make and can make a marketing. It's not a trading, it's there or it's not there. That's what I believe. So I don't know what is going to be your last prepared song. I hope very much it's something wild and rocky. Yeah, so surprise me or not.
I was gonna do the creep. That's a song I always do here, and people just love it. It's like this very even people who don't know English. So, but let's do one from. I'm gonna do Aerosmith. So
Oh,
we could
I
rock this.
I I love Aerosmith. I believe I can sing all songs synchron. So
Yeah, I love them. He's really good harmonica player. Really good.
I know I tried it regular with the key of A mostly. So yeah.
Really. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this one because he's really high pitched. So I'm gonna so I'm gonna let's see what happens. I kept it right one down and let the wrong one in. I had an angel of mercy to see it through all my sins. There were times in my life when I was going insane, and trying to walk through pain. But then I lost my grip I hit the floor. Yeah, I thought I could leave, couldn't get out the door. I was so sick and tired of living a lie, wishing that I could die. It's amazing, with the blink of an eye, that you finally see the light. It's amazing, when a moment arrives and you know you'll be alright. Oh, it's amazing. And I say my prayers for the desperate hearts tonight. A permanent vacation. Now how can you fly with broken wings? Life's a journey, not a destination. And I just can't tell you just what tomorrow brings. You have to learn to crawl before you learn to walk. But I just can't listen to all those raging songs. I was out on the streets now, just trying to survive, trying to stay alive. It's amazing, with a blink of an eye, that you finally see the light. It's amazing, when a moment arrives and you know you'll be alright. Yeah, it's amazing. And I say my prayers for the desperate hearts tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hard one, but yeah, that guy's just an animal.
Yeah. So I do know something that Anisha will maybe say, hey, that's a podcast interview. You have to do more questions. But well, it's about music. So if you don't mind, I would love to hear Creep, because I believe the reason why what you said before, so many people like it, it's something that somehow, as happy or confident you are in your life, and I believe I'm very confident and happy, but even through, I believe by lyrics and so on, somehow almost everybody can identify himself with that song somehow, why people love it so much. So and me included. So if you don't mind.
No, it's okay. You were here before. Couldn't look you in the eye. You were just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like an angel in a beautiful world. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. But I'm a winter. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect soul. I want you to know when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. But I'm a winter. What the hell am I doing here? Now I don't belong here. Whoa, whoa, she's running out again. She's running out. Run, 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 run. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
I can tell you, you are special, man from the river of the painted birds. So, and if our viewers and listeners have the same opinion, check this out here, please. So, I said in the beginning, this podcast is meant to real musicians, which are real stories to tell. And I feel you got quite some more stories to tell. So I hope it's not the last podcast. But I'm making this turn to, and in this meaning, this creep song, it's very suitable. I may send this afterwards to you. I made a comic. I made a comic drawing about that song in the past. From I just said you that is quite suitable from a sad one, and then he gets picked up in hope and so on. And but I try to get turned to the hint of art, and as I'm trying to be the part of the art in this podcast. As the regular viewers know, I do drawings of our guests. You did see was already yesterday, which I made. I'm not sure if that is possible to see well. So I gonna send this drawing to the land of the rivers with the painted birds. I just love this to say this.
Wow. Wow.
And I hope you're gonna like it in real the same way. So
Okay.
I have to thank you. So I know that I got here 5 in the afternoon, so you have only 2 p.m. something like that.
Yes.
So are you going now to the beach, or how does look the rest of the day? Because I know you got a doggy and I did hear him before.
Yeah, yeah, they're around. I have big dogs, so yeah, maybe take a walk with them and yeah, maybe go to the beach as well.
So how many dogs you got right now?
I have 3 dogs, 3
Wow. Yeah.
big dogs. It's a cane corso. It's called. It's from Italy, and then I have uh, I don't know how you call them back there, but French Mastiff, I think it is.
Mhm.
I have 2 of those. Yeah, all Mastiffs. Yeah, big ones.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
That's a
big responsibility.
responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, dog always, but 3.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
A lot of
and they are younger and still full of energy and
yeah, but they're the kind of dogs that they like to be like with you all the time. So
Mhm.
even if it's whatever, they're just right beside you and listening to the music and just sharing everything. So it's
yeah,
I
like
just
mine, the new one, which I got just 1 month now, and the other one I did had 7.5 years, and so yeah, that was the love of my life. So that was really tough to let him go, but hey, that's life. And the new one, I have a big heart for the ones nobody wants. So the one I did adopted before the it was already an elder one and he was 6. So and that's the same now. The new doggy is already 9 years old. It's a Labrador mix, but
yeah,
very charming and easygoing and friendly. So all
yeah,
very nice.
dogs were beautiful.
So okay. I don't know. Do you got any questions, or you want to tell me that you come to Europe in April 2022?
I really, I'm. Let's see how Corona, what happens in 2022. If things go right, I would really love to go there. Yeah, yeah, but we're pretty much depending on Europe, so we don't know what's going to happen. So I hope
No.
so. I really hope so. I really hope so. But
We as well, because we keep going, and in the end, through that situation, we don't know if it's even going to happen. But so I believe in energy, in good energy, and
yes, yes.
it will
I
happen.
hope. I think, and I hope things are going to be okay, and we're going to get back to normal someday. So this too shall pass. So it's.
I must say
I think.
here it's already pretty normal, Also last summer it was not like before COVID, but we had a good summer and quite some tourism. Also now
Yeah.
we have this typical winter guests, and so yeah, that will be
Mm,
very all right.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think there's countries and countries, but I don't know. We just have to stay together and take care of each other, and everything's gonna be okay. Yeah. And well, I'd really like to thank you as well again, because it's amazing what you're doing, just like the song and your drawings. You're like you told me you didn't go to classes, didn't study painting, so it's you have a really real gift, and you should as well share to the world, because that too is going to save the world. It's amazing what you do, really inspiring. So I showed it a couple of friends, and they were like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
she's good."
Oh, thank you very much. Well, Nisha is this saying the same. We have to make your art big. We have to show more your art. Yeah. So I love what I do and I share, but yeah.
You will eventually. So I know you will,
Thank you very
because
much.
it's so good. Yeah.
So unfortunately, I have to say this, not only that we finish soon the podcast is for the viewers, but they will notice, at least I did notice that, and you as well, that there are slightly some small problems with the internet connection here and there. I hope they forgive us, because I believe that's already a miracle that we can see each other and that we can talk to each other by this distance. So thank you very much for this interview, and I hope we do repeat it and maybe see each other somehow in Salema, or maybe one day, and I can say it again, I go to the land of the river with the painted birds.
Invited anytime. Yeah.
Thank you
So
very
that will
much.
happen. Thank you very much, and we'll be talking soon then.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you again very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Ciao.